Today, I'll be working on a 2006 Scion XB.
The truth.
Alright, so in today's video, I'm going to be changing out this liftgate handle. This is the part number. I'll put a link to it down in the description below too. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing opened. I think probably open it up from the end would probably be the easiest. Let's go ahead and do that. There it goes. And there it is. This one is more of a matte black, so we'll see how it looks on the actual car itself. Let's see if I want to hit it with a gloss black spray really quick. But honestly, it might be okay. But let's go check it out anyway. I think I will hit it with a gloss black spray paint really quick, just to get it more matching. Because I think it would stand out a whole lot if it looked like that, kind of too much like the wiper blade. So let's go ahead and hit it with a coat of gloss black paint. Alright, so all I've done was put some painter's tape on these two posts right here. But I'm just going to hit it with a couple coats of gloss black. It doesn't have to be perfect at all. I just wanted to get it more to what the body color is than just a matte black. Now I'm just going to let that dry for a bit while I go get that tape off of the back of the car and the old one off. Now the first thing I want to do is I want to get these lights and wiring up out of here. If it was still up on the car like this, you'd have to take it off of the car first and then start taking all the wiring out. So sorry I don't get to show you that, but I got a screw there I got to undo. And I'm assuming there's probably a screw underneath this tape. It's kind of hard to check with one hand, but I'm assuming it's on the back side of that guy right there. And then I can get this whole wiring out. And this button as well is going to come out. And that's what actually releases the trunk. Something you probably saw me struggling with a bit there was getting this guy out. It's the trunk button. You had to squeeze these guys together just a little bit, each one, and then it slid right out of the slot that it was sitting in. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and remove this tape that they had put on there to try and hold this trunk latch button on the car. Oh, jeez. Oh my goodness. It's definitely some very sticky tape, but man, it's hard coming off. And now I've got a heck of a cleanup job to do. I'm going to try this scraper. Just be careful if you use one of these because you don't really want to scratch up the paint with it too much. Just try and keep it relatively even with the surface as you go around. Now I'm using the product called Goo Gone. I've used it in the past, like getting emblems and stuff like that off of cars. It works really well, but be very generous with it, because pretty much the more the better. It really just starts to break down the glue, and yeah, the more you have on there, the easier it breaks down that glue. I do have a catch towel underneath, so when things run down, it just goes straight to the catch towel. So I honestly think that's about as good as I'm going to be able to get this thing with the effort I'm willing to put into it. Alright, so next we're going to have to open up the trunk to get access to this little clip right back here. And there's something on the back side of it, so we got to get into the trunk and get that free. So I'm going to go ahead and pop the trunk, and then I'm going to pull on it as well with the wiper blade, because that's the only way to get mine open at the moment. But let's go ahead and get this open. Now on the upper side of the hatch here, it's like this carpet material. We're going to have to pop out each one of these little pins to get access behind here to get to the back side of our latch.
Nah, it's the king.
Now once you got this off, there's a nut right in here holding on the back side of that guy. I don't know how well you can see it. Let's see if I can get this wire out of the way. There you go, right back in there. And then there's a nut here holding on one of those studs, the silver studs, and there's another one here. And there should be another one right back here where this hole is, but obviously mine is missing. So I gotta pick up one of those from the junkyard. But you would have one of those there as well. So all of these are 10mm, so let's go ahead and unscrew each one of them. So as I was unscrewing it from this side, I was holding on to it on this side because I tried just undoing it from this side alone and it was spinning the other side. But now that they're all out, let's go ahead and get our new piece and we're going to start bolting it in. Alright, now this one's painted pretty dang close to what the car is. I'm going to go ahead and remove these little pieces of tape. What I also did was cut a piece of weather stripping because on the original one, it's got this little weather stripping that goes around, just kind of a cushion slash seal. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a piece of weather stripping to mine that I cut out from a bigger piece. So it's not gonna be perfect, but it'll get on there, and I'm just gonna apply it all the way around. I actually found the Toyota part number on this one. So if you want to get the actual one instead of the Chinese knockoff like I've got, you can look it up by this number right here. Alright, I'm going to start by taking these little square bolts, run them through here, just so they lock into place. Alright, there we go. Now both of them are in place. This one had a little slot it went in. This one just kind of free floats in there. Why, I don't know. That's just kind of the way it is. But now I'm going to take these nuts off of the ends of these guys so we can run this whole handle thing right up onto the car through the 4 bolt holes. Alright, before I run these bolts through the holes and everything, I'm going to go ahead and fix the lights and the switch mechanism onto our new piece, just so it all stays together whenever I put it all up on there. Now I've run into a bit of an issue. These screws that came out of it are not deep enough to go through the light and then catch the threads on the bracket here. So I'm going to use a bit longer of a screw. It does fit through this, so it'll stick through. It'll stick a bit farther through than I would like, but it's the only one that I have that fits. And I do got 2 of them, so I'm going to throw those in instead of these little tiny guys. Alright, now that our lights and our switch are all installed on it, I'm going to go ahead and mount it up to the actual car itself. Now, on the inside of this hatch, we're going to go ahead and put all of our nuts on the ends of our bolts that are sticking through. And we're going to go ahead and tighten them down. Remember, it's a 10 millimeter to get all these ones. Alright, now you don't have to get these bolts super tight, but just good and snug. That way your lift handle doesn't move anywhere. But once you get all of them on, you should be good to go to start putting this cover back on. On the one that I pulled out of the junkyard, this hole actually was like a little plastic pop clip. I went ahead and put a bolt in there. It's just more secure to have a bolt in there, and you can easily get it with a wrench. The other ones you can easily get with the ratchet. Because the one is right through. Oh, there we go. This hole right here, you can easily get to it, and then the other one's right here. So, yeah, once you get all those good and tight, again, if you want to do the 4 bolts like me, or if you want to do 3 bolts and a little plastic pop pin on this one, go for it. Either way, as long as it's secured up in there, you're good to go to start putting this cover back on. There is a way to do this wrong. So the best way I look at it is this hole right here to this hole right here is a short distance. And this hole here to this one way over here is a longer distance. So if you look down at your mat, these 2 holes are a short distance. These two are long distance. So that's the position you're going to want to put this thing in. And then you're just going to take these little pop pins and push them into place. Alright, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comment section below and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Hope this video helped. If you like any of the background music that was in this video, check out the artist's SoundCloud, link is in the description.